Some shocking facts about women's minds. Women are things that you'll never see the same way again once you understand them. It is interesting, unexpected, and full of contradictions. One moment they say they want a nice guy, the next they're chasing the one who treats them like an afterthought. Ever feel like no matter what you do, you're always one step behind trying to decode what they really mean? You're not crazy, and you're definitely not alone. The truth is, most men go through life completely blind to how women actually think. But here's what separates the few who thrive from the many who struggle. Understanding, because psychology never lies, and neither does reality. Women operate on instincts shaped by evolution, society, and emotions they themselves often can't explain. And if you don't know how this game is played, you are the game, but knowledge is power. And the ancient Stoics understood this better than anyone they saw, through illusions focused on reality, and mastered control over themselves instead of being controlled by others. So today I'm pulling back the curtain and revealing 29 shocking psychological facts about women, things most men will never understand. Watch until the end, because once you do, you'll see women and the world through a completely different lens. Before we dive in, take a moment to subscribe if you're ready to transform how you handle relationships using the power of Stoicism. Every video is a step toward mastering your mindset and building stronger, more meaningful connections. Firstly, you might be surprised to learn that kissing not only tastes sweet, but also acts as a natural painkiller, dulling the senses. Pain can reduce worry and even change how people feel. Here's an illuminating example. 95% of women get excited when men suck their fingers. It's in their primal subconscious and is so ingrained in their minds that most men don't even know it. But let's go deeper. It's not an accident that people who cheat think everyone cheats, and people who lie think everyone lied. It's a projection from the mind. The interesting part is that people reveal themselves by accusing others of doing the same. Men are naturally drawn to women who are sure of themselves, not just women who feel good about themselves. This is the same reason why weak men are obsessed with approval, and strong men command respect without saying a word. Confidence isn't just attractive, it's power. About 7% of women have had an orgasm during their period. Despite your beliefs, biology simply follows its natural course. Also, if your mind is constantly drifting, there's a good chance you're unhappy with your life. That's not just a random fact, it shows that you're unhappy inside. But here's the catch. Women are naturally attracted to men who listen, not the guys who just nod while they wait their turn to talk, but the ones who remember things without being told again. Contrary to what society says, men want physical touch just as much as women do. Hugging, feeling a woman's warmth, and that sense of connection are all built into our bodies. But here's the difference for men. Men often want peace, warmth, and a sense of grounding, while women want security and reassurance. On the other hand, most women want to talk about things. Forget that confidence doesn't talk, but fear does all the time. Have you ever noticed that the guys who talk the most about their money, status, or so-called success are usually the weakest? The men who really have power, on the other hand, move quietly because they know they are something. Now let's talk about heartbreak, because men suffer way more than they let on. Studies show that after a breakup, men feel more emotional pain than women. Why? Because society tells men to man up and push their emotions down to move on like nothing happened. But in reality, that pain lasts longer and cuts deeper because men are taught to bottle it up instead of dealing with it. When women cry, get help from their friends, guys. They suffer alone. Here's some tough love. If everyone likes you, you have a big problem. Men who try to please everyone end up disappointing no one because they don't know who they are. They change to be the nice guy everyone likes, but strong men are who they really are. People with polar eyes. People will respect you more if you stay true to who you are, while others will hate you more. That's a good thing. Now, here's something to remember. If a woman has been with another guy, her smile might look a little different. Psychologists say it's not obvious, but it's there. You don't have to charge her, you just have to watch. That means you're doing the right thing if strangers hate you. Those who lack strength seek acceptance. Men who are strong gain respect and the best revenge in life. Let's clarify one point first. When someone is standing in front of you, they're not loyal. When you're not there to hear what they're saying, they are. Many individuals may smile and appear supportive, but once you leave, they reveal their true nature. Actions don't matter if they don't hold up when no one is watching. Here's a pro tip that will save you a lot of drama. Stop talking too much about your problems. Most people don't care, and some are secretly hoping you fail. Keep your plans confidential and allow your results to speak for themselves. Also, if a woman keeps looking at your package, she's probably wondering about its size. It's more common than you think. Women are as curious as men, but they're more subtle. Take the compliment and move on. Now, here's a fact that might make you appreciate your nightly activities a little more. A single sex session burns about 100 calories. But here's what's intriguing for men. Researchers have linked a daily orgasm to a lower risk of prostate cancer. That's right. Science backs up what most men already knew. It's good for you and fun. However, it's important to remember that not all forms of pleasure are beneficial to your health. There exists a narrow boundary between indulgence and addiction. In a world where cheap dopamine is ubiquitous, social media has become a source of instant gratification. Most guys are looking for quick pleasure instead of real happiness. Men who learn to control their urges are in charge of every part of their lives, okay? Leave a comment below telling me which fact shocked you the most, or even better, let's see who's really paying attention. If you're still watching, let's flood the comments with questions and answers to see how many of us are actually learning something today. I'll read and answer as many as I can see. Fresh makeup and cologne after a long day at work aren't always about making a woman feel good. Freshening up, it could be a lot more calculated than that. Maybe she's covering up what you don't know, making sure no one can tell where she's been or who she's been with. The truth is, some women are masters of playing the game. They know how to hide things in plain sight, and if you're not paying attention, you could miss the signs. And here's something I need to get off my chest. Respect the people who tell you the truth, even when it cuts deep, the ones who are willing to tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear, are the ones who actually care. Everyone else, they'll sugarcoat things to keep you comfortable, but that's not the real world. The truth will hurt, but it will set you free. Now, here's a wild fact that will change your perspective on life. Having sex at least 3 times a week can make you look up to 7 years younger. Yeah, you heard me, forget expensive creams or anti-aging treatments. Sex naturally slows down the aging process by maintaining your body's strength, mind's clarity, and confidence. So what's stopping you? It's not just for fun. It's about looking and feeling like the best version of yourself. When you look at yourself in the mirror, you accept yourself as you are. If you think you're just okay, then you'll stay just okay. If you step up, embrace the grind, and own your confidence, you'll realize the power of being yourself without shame. Being confident doesn't just mean looking good. It also means feeling good in your own skin. Being honest with yourself is the first step toward feeling comfortable in your own skin. No one else can give you the approval you need. Be a good listener and let your ears do the talking. Your mouth is a whole other story. If you've been around for a while, you know that the more you talk, the more likely you are to reveal your weaknesses, insecurities, or simply your tendency to speak without thinking. The best men know that what you don't say defines you more than what you say. So listen more and talk less. Your words will have more weight when you choose them wisely. Now let's talk about something that might change the way you see women. Did you know that women with bigger breasts tend to have higher estrogen levels? That means that their bodies are signaling a higher level of fertility. This is something that occurs naturally. It's not just what you see on the surface. Some people even say that a woman's breast size can tell you about other parts of her body. It's interesting, right? What you see is only a small part of the whole. Here's another reality that may not be to your liking, but it's a fact of life. Men are usually interested in younger women. It's instinct rooted deep in our evolutionary past. Younger women in their prime tend to be more sensual, more touch with their femininity, and yes, often more shy. And that mystery is magnetic. They're the type of women who leave you wondering what's going on behind their eyes. And that my friend is the kind of woman who can grab your attention and hold it. And speaking of age, here's a brutal reality that most won't tell you. If a woman goes too long without sex, she might actually age faster. Sounds crazy, but science has got the seats. When a woman isn't engaging in a healthy sexual life, her body starts to age faster. Hormones start to shift and everything slows down. It's the truth we don't talk about enough, but it's real. That's why staying active in every area of your life, including your love life, isn't just about pleasure. It's about keeping everything working at its peak. So if you want to age grace, or if I stay sharp and keep your game on point, don't overlook the basics. Maintain a healthy mind and body, and maintain honesty with women. Don't settle for less in this world. The strongest individuals thrive by confronting the truth, regardless of its pain. For most people, public speaking is even scarier than death. Just think about that for a second. Most men can't stand the thought of standing in front of a crowd and being judged, analyzed, or even made fun of. But do you know what that really means? The ability to speak with confidence is one of the most powerful weapons a man can have. When you command a room, when your voice carries weight, and when your words demand respect, you automatically rise above the crowd. In this world, that's the difference between being invisible and being a man worth noticing. Now let's talk about something that goes even deeper than words: instincts. Ever wonder why so many men are naturally drawn to women with bigger butts? It's not just a preference, it's hardwired into your biology. Research indicates that a well-proportioned lower body signifies increased fertility and improved physical health, and men subconsciously perceive this. Whether you're aware of it or not, your brain is continuously searching for indications of vitality, health, and the potential for strong relationships. Offspring. You might think it's just about attraction, but at its core, it's pure evolutionary survival, so let's not get it twisted. Twisted sex isn't just about pleasure, it's a form of communication, a bond that strengthens the connection between a man and a woman in a committed relationship. When it's done right, sex builds trust, closeness, and emotional depth. It's more than just physical, it's a sign of dominance and power. A strong man knows that how you act in the bedroom often shows how you act in real life. Weak men, on the other hand, pause and try to please others. Women respond to strong men in ways that men don't even know. And here's something most men don't think about. Almost all women want to feel validated before they start dating. If you believe that ignoring compliments, teasing, or romantic build-up doesn't matter, you're mistaken. Women need to be noticed, admired, and wanted. That's why men who know how to make a woman feel wanted emotionally as well as physically are always in charge. Mind and body follow. Let's be clear about one thing. Men should never push themselves on women. It's the worst thing they can do. Her pride and self-respect are essential to her. And if you hurt them, you're not a man, you're just a weak girl. Terrible reason for one. When real men attract women, they give off an air of confidence, strength, and certainty that makes females want to give in naturally. And when a woman picks you out of genuine desire, that's when you really win, because at the end of the day, a king's stoicism helps men understand women and master relationships. He doesn't ask for loyalty. His presence commands it. Understanding women ultimately involves being wise rather than being in charge. Attraction, psychology, and human nature all follow patterns, and as a man, your power comes from mastering yourself first. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control, like our thoughts, actions, and emotions. Women, relationships, and even how the world sees you are all outside factors. You will always be dependent on other people for approval if you focus on building your mind, strength, and purpose. You won't have to change cases. You will attract them. Remember that a true Stoic doesn't react. He observes, understands, and moves with purpose. Take control of your mind, and everything else will fall into place. What are 29 shocking psychological facts about women? Some of these really change the way you see things, don't they? Trust me, there's a lot more to find out. If you like this, you need to watch the next video, 15 fascinating facts about women's minds. You didn't know it was on your screen. Click on it now and I'll see you over there. Also, don't forget to click like on this video. Also, please subscribe to our station for more videos like this. Thanks for watching.